All right, hey everybody, it's Taylor. Welcome back to Above the Line, our Friday live streams. We're gonna do a chill evening. It's probably been a stressful week for everybody. A lot going on in the world right now, so I'm just like kind of PJ time. And of course we have our mini setup in the best way I can, and we're gonna look at some paint schemes. This might be controversial. I took what you all said were your favorite paint schemes on Twitter. This was like a year ago. We actually did this a year ago. Um, and I'm finally getting to ranking them now. Of course, we had a few more added. So total, I have 30 paint schemes to look through tonight. And I might not do them all tonight. I might just do some of them and let you guys fill in the rest with what you see fit. But I kind of went all out. I made a PowerPoint, kind of having some of the paint schemes on the PowerPoint to get an up close and personal look at them, I guess. So yeah. All right. Well, I guess let's get to it, I guess. Joining us later, Dom Joseph will be joining us. Some of the other Above the Line crew members might. Not sure yet. But yeah, let's go to our tier list. Oh God, words. Okay, here we are. Also, I'm using StreamYard. I don't know if you guys have used this before for like live broadcasting stuff, but I found it very helpful. Not a sponsor, but I also took that. I don't know if you guys know the show Good Mythical Morning on YouTube, but I took the not a sponsor thing from that because I love when they say that. So, oh my God, I set everything up, I swear. All right, so this is our list. This is our tier list. Got a lot of cars to go through. I guess I'll remove this right now and I'll put up the PowerPoint slide for you all to see. So, like I said, we have a number of paint schemes. A lot. In a lot. Oh, we can't keep up. Okay, there we go. They're in numerical order, so it's not like an order of which one I think is the best, which one you guys thought was the best. This is kind of a non-biased order. Like I said, I might not go through all of them tonight just because it's a lot to get through, 30 paint schemes. Some of them are recent, some of them aren't. Obviously, some of them are actually Xfinity paint schemes. So we kind of mix it up a little bit. I want to do one that's just Darlington throwbacks. I also want to do a series in the future that I think would be cool is just going through like what is the best paint scheme for the 00 car? What's the best one for the 1 car and so forth. But that's like in the future. But I think that'd be something cool to dive into a little bit. But yeah, all these paint schemes, we had 2 Tony Stewart ones, 2 Kyle Busch ones. I think there's 2 Blaney ones. But these are the ones we're going to look at tonight. Definitely want your input. However, if not, that is okay. We will go back to the beginning though. And we'll start off with our first paint scheme of the night. So the 00, I also have some facts on the slides for my purposes because I'm learning as well. And for the purposes of you guys, if maybe you don't know. But this is Landon Castle's throwback to Sterling. And it's pretty cool. I like it. I think it's pretty neat. This one was submitted by Gabe on Twitter. Gabe has submitted a few paint schemes tonight, so thank you, Gabe, for that. But now I don't know what else to say about this one. I didn't put the throwback paint scheme up here like I did for. There's one that I'm doing a Denny Hamlin throwback paint scheme that he did. I honestly kind of like the original better. It's a DW one, but I did not because this was very last minute. Put the the throwback paint scheme that this goes to up on this PowerPoint slide. So I apologize for that. I feel like I have to kind of start unbiased. I might put this in the middle and kind of move it where I feel fit. So I'm probably, let's see, where is that paint scheme? Right here. All right. I'm going to put this at a C right now. I think it ranks higher. I totally do, but I want to kind of gauge where my likability factor kind of is for all these things. So I'm gonna, like I said, probably will change it. But that's where that paint scheme, the Landon Castle 00 paint scheme is gonna go right now. Let's go to the next one. We could go through all this faster than I thought. I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, and like I said, Dom Joseph will be joining us later on the stream. I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about, especially F1 related. We're not gonna go through like maybe necessarily the specifics of what's happening with F1 right now and our opinions, because I feel like our opinions should be left out. F1 made their decision. We got to respect it, maybe not accept it, but at least respect. They at least have information that we don't, that they should know what they're doing. And if they don't, that's totally fine. But yeah, let's go to the second one. This one, I like this one a lot. This is the Rusty Wallace number 2, the Miller Genuine Draft. This was for the 1990. Well, now I can't see my notes. This is fun. Here we are. The 1994 model at Michigan International Speedway. So a pretty cool paint scheme. Okay, so there was oh, what was the paint scheme that Ryan Blaney did that I'm trying to think of? Maybe you guys will remember this one. Actually, I think it was his Advanced Auto. What was it? Throwback? Not last year, but he did a kind of like the same color scheme of this, and that's why I personally put this one up there. Not because it's like my favorite paint scheme I've ever seen, but because I really like it. Like I said, middle of the road, kind of trying to gauge everything, seeing how all my rankings fit right now. Because of that, I don't want to say I like it less than this Landon Castle throwback paint scheme because I feel like that's rude and kind of like insane, quite honestly. But I kind of like it less. So maybe that means I'm going to move up this Landon Castle one right now. And then I'm going to move this one here. And like I said, I will take audience input because this is also your list. And then I'm sure when Dom gets on the call, he is going to tell me you need to change something right now. So we'll wait. But now this is how they look. Again, controversial. I made a worst paint scheme tier list. I put it up on the channel a while ago. You guys really liked it, I think, because you guys came up with the worst paint schemes. I actually got a comment on Twitter. I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody, but somebody personally messaged me and they said this tier list sucks. And I was like, well, thank you, I guess. Like I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, sorry, this is what Twitter thought were the worst paint schemes, and I put some of mine on there and we ranked them. So I don't know. This one might be awful too, but I'm planning on doing like a part 2 to this because there are way too many good paint schemes out there, to not just like have more than 30 on this. So that's where I rank them right now. So I put that at a C. I put the 00 at a B. Like I said, for now, everything's subject to change. Let's move on to the next paint scheme though. The number 3. So here's some things here. I felt like it was odd to not have a Dale Senior paint scheme in here. So that's where I thought this was a little odd. And I went through and I'm like, we have all his classic paint schemes, right? We have the classic, like the silver, black, red, good wrench paint scheme. We have the we have all his classic paint schemes. And of course I'm blanking right now, but you guys get the point. And I was like, what's something different that we can put on here that I personally actually have not seen before? And it's this one. It's the 1996 All-Star Race paint scheme. He finished this race in P3, very fitting for the number 3 car. But it's the patriotic scheme, which I thought this one was so freaking clever. And the Alex Bowman patriotic paint scheme, I think he ran for, was it Memorial Day? It was either Memorial Day or it was the 4th of July, I honestly don't remember. You guys might have to look that up for me. But one of my favorite paint schemes of all time. I didn't put that in this because I didn't think it was fair because I was going to rate it high regardless of what you all said. But it's like the Alex Bowman's 48 paint scheme. It was like the matte black with like the red, white, and blue like kind of stars on it. Really, really love it. I honestly might pull up a picture here too while we're on it because it's a chat. We're just gonna look up. Let's see, Alex. If I can type Bowman. Patriotic paint scheme. Oh God. Yeah, because I'm talking and everything at the same time. It's not gonna work. There we go. Okay, hold on. I found the picture from NASCAR.com. Thank you, NASCAR.com, for all your pictures. Oh, now we have to look through. Oh, NASCAR. Okay. So we're gonna share the screen here with Uh-oh. See, now I'm just messing around. Oh, goodness. All right. So this is the paint scheme I'm talking about here with the Alex Bowman one. Per technical stuff. We love that. But you all saw it though. I'm pretty sure you all saw it. Let's see. Chrome tab. First look. There we go. This is the one I want. You guys, I figured it out. It's technology. It's hard. This is the one I'm talking about. It was the Coca-Cola 600 back in 2021. It was last year. But I love this paint scheme. It wasn't actually the way I remembered it. I was like, there's stars on it. No, it's just this. Ignore everything I said, but I think it's simple and it's beautiful. And like I said, if I put it on this list, it would have ranked very high. So that's just how it worked. But regardless, let's stop sharing that and let's go right on back to our list. All right. So like I said, we're talking about this paint scheme again, the Good Wrench Patriotic number 3. And then we're going to share our screen with this tab right here. There we go. Okay, so good wrench. Love it. I like it more than this one. Right now, it's gonna go in it's gonna rank A. I feel like I should have given these like actual titles than like A, B, C, D, E, F, but E, F, A, B, C, D, F. But it worked for me. So we're gonna go with A in this one. All right. Let me know if you guys are questioning my ratings. If you guys are, definitely let me know in the comments below or in the live stream chat. Let's go on to the third ranking of the night. Kevin Harvick. Okay, this one, I'm a sucker for this paint scheme. I will say I love this one to death. This is his number 4 Bush National Forest Foundation paint scheme. It is gorgeous. I really want the die cast of this, to be quite honest with you guys. It just looks so pretty, and it looks kind of like ombre-esque. And I realize now when I'm talking about paint schemes, the inner designer or the inner just like I don't know. Like I love talking about paint schemes. I don't wanna say it brings out the girly girl side of me because I feel like that's wrong to say, but it kind of does, and this paint scheme I just absolutely love. It really caught my eye when it was on the track. It was for the Daytona Road Course in 2021, which I thought it was odd to run it on that particular track. I don't know what other one it would have run on, but just for the Daytona one, it was really kind of weird. Regardless, really, really like this. I also wanted to talk about I do have the credits for all these images up. It's very important to give credit where credit's due for the photographer. So also like if you guys ever, post a picture on Twitter that's maybe not yours or it's not you didn't take the picture, definitely shout out the photographers out there that go to the tracks every weekend and take these pictures. It's not an easy job. The guys at the podium finish, run by Rob Young's son, write for them a little bit. We have fantastic photographers in that group, and just give them credit, you guys. They're fantastic. This is a great shot. I mean, photo credit to Stewart Haas Racing. Oh, hey, what's up, Auto Rock and Racing 94? You said simple, but beast that MGD ride. So it's A tier. But hey, there's a catch only in a Pontiac. That's very true. I messed up on words. I'm very sorry. Words are hard. But no. Yeah. We got all these simple ones, right? Yeah, this one, the thing for me was this one was so simple, it was classic. And I like that classic look. Like I said, I might move it up. I absolutely probably will. But for now, it's gonna stay there. Stay where it's at on the list. But for this one, I love this one quite a bit. So I think, oh gosh, I don't know, you guys. We're gonna have to start making tough decisions because with 30 cars in this list, I'm gonna get confused. So we're gonna have to help me along the way. But no. This one is definitely an A. Here. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna move this one to C, move this one to B, just because it's classic. I do really like the Sterling Marlin throwback paint scheme. I really, really do. But it doesn't give me that classic feel. It just doesn't. Sorry to Sterling Martin's throwback paint scheme and Landon Castle for that. All right, going to the next one we got. Okay, so first off, I'm a little impartial. I've shown this on the stream before. I've shown this in my videos. It sits in the background of every single one of the Above the Yellow Line podcast or web shows. I really need to get into the habit of calling it a web show because it's really not a podcast unless I decide to not do like a video like presentation that week. This is one of my favorite paint schemes of all time. However, I did not submit this one. Let the receipts show. If you go back on Twitter, I do not believe I submitted this one. However, where stacks up in all the paint schemes that we have tonight, it is elite. It is definitely goated. It is definitely historic and very, very noted. However, if we're comparing them all together, I don't know if this one's going to rank that high. Like I said, during this, we're going to be changing our rankings. I promise you that. This one, however, by the way, it's the Kellogg number 5, if you didn't know. Really cool. This one, I hate that I'm going to do this because of my love for this paint scheme. Oh, Taylor, what are you doing? What are you doing? I have to put it at a C for right now. I just because here's the thing. Stacked up against all these beautiful colors, collections of paint schemes, the colors in this one just, for me, kind of clash a little bit. And they always do, and that's the beauty of this paint scheme, right? The green, yellow, and red don't feel like they should mix. I gotta put it at a C right now. I am so very sorry. And I apologize to myself. In the future, I'm gonna look at this and be like, Taylor, what did you do? What did you do? And what did you say you were gonna do? So that's what we're at right now. All right. Going back. Next paint scheme. Okay, this was a late submission from Gabe again. So TikTok. Now, obviously, this is a Xfinity paint scheme, so we changed the rules a little bit, but this one had to be mentioned. First off, we love Ryan Vargas. Love him on social media. One, two, as a person and as a driver. I never actually met him, but just seeing his character on the racetrack and how hard he works, especially like to get sponsors, and he works on the car on the track, and he's just an outstanding dude. Hope to meet him at some point, or maybe even have him on the show someday. But no, the way he got the sponsorship to work and like having TikTok on the car, absolutely incredible. It is a real slick paint scheme. It's really, really cool. I love all the colors on it. Obviously, the TikTok logo colors. This is awesome. For JD Motorsports. Um, let's see, what can I do here? What am I gonna do with this one? Because this one, I before doing the whole list, I had to question myself. I'm like, I can't put all of them at A. I can't put all of them at F. Like the in between ones are the hardest to rate for me. This one I gotta put at B for right now. It might rank higher, but it's just the fact that we got TikTok in the sport, like I said, is pretty incredible. All things considered, just it's not real. It's not like an American company, and the way social media is, like we're not gonna have Twitter in NASCAR ever. We're not gonna have a Twitter car, Facebook car. I don't think we've ever had that. So the fact that we're getting like a social media esque type car, pretty incredible. I've got to put it at a B rating for now. Sorry, Ryan Vargas. It might move up though as we go on with the night. Hey, Gabe, what's up? We just went through some of your cars. We did we did the Sterling Martin throwback, and we just did the Ryan Vargas TikTok paint scheme. If you don't like where they're listed, definitely fight for them. Like I've said throughout this whole video, I will be changing the ratings probably. But moving on to the next car, like I said, these are in numerical order. So we're probably going to go to the number 7 next. Yeah, this is the Corey LaJoie. I think this was the very first one? I think that was submitted. Sorry, the chair. Okay. The very first one that was submitted on the tweet that I posted last year was this Corey LaJoie. We're going to have trouble pronouncing this. I researched so much before this, and I'm going to mess this up. I promise you guys I'm going to mess up this. Is it? I'm not even going to try it. I'm not even going to try it. But the systems paint scheme, I swear I practiced this. But this was for Darlington. It was run at Darlington, Bristol, Talladega, on Charlotte Motor Speedway, Texas Motor Speedway, COTA, and Phoenix. So run for quite a few races. And I like this one. For me, I mean, whenever I think of flames on a car, I obviously think of like Jeff Gordon when he would have the flames on his car as well. And I always think back to that. But I think this one, for me, is done a little bit more effectively in the fact that it doesn't overdo it. And I also like how it's like your classic flame colors. Not that I'm an expert on flames at all, but I think it looks really nice. Though the hood, I obviously understand it is the sponsorship logo all over the hood. It's kind of too plain for me. The back of the car, I like as well. But in terms of where this ranks overall, I don't see this one getting past a C. I do really like it. It's very clean, and you all know I love my clean paint schemes, and we will get to some of those, I promise you. And that's where the ratings are really going to flip. This one right now, I'm going to give a C. Might move up, might move down. Not sure right now. Let's go to the next one. We're making our way through this, guys. I thought I would take a little bit longer on this, but I actually didn't. Okay, so prefacing this, there are 2 Dale Jr. number 8s in this. Just to preface this. But here we go. This is obviously our classic Earnhardt number 8, Earnhardt Jr., I should say, Budweiser. On this one, for this particular paint scheme, I believe, after doing reference checking with the skirt of the car, because the skirt of the car obviously is red, and a lot of the other photos I saw it was black. So I tried to cross-reference to make sure I got like the race right. Obviously, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this was run at the 2003 one of the Talladega races there. He finished the race in P1. This is the one he wanted. So pretty exciting stuff. So I really hope I got this paint scheme right. Regardless, for me, compared to everything else we have tonight, we do have some classic paint schemes in the mix. We really do. However, if I gotta kind of base this off of everything I've seen though, because the one that we have next, I kind of like better than this classic one, which I hate to say. And obviously, like I said, argue with me on this. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna put it at a D right now. I think it's just this paint scheme has always been a little busy for me. It's obviously a classic. Don't get me wrong. It's classic, but it's so busy. I might change it. I love Dale Jr. I'm sorry. It's gonna be the first one out of D tonight. Not saying this is the best of the best paint schemes, you guys. So it's not that any of these are bad by any means. It's just which one's going to be the absolute best of the best. That one's out of D. I am so sorry. Hopefully I can make it up to you with another paint scheme in the mix. Oh gosh, what do we go through now? Let's go to here's the one that I thought was kind of cool. And this one isn't like any less busy, so don't get me wrong, but this one just has a little bit more history behind it, which I like. Or not maybe history, but it has more of a purpose, for lack of a better word. I love the National Guard 88 junior car. I actually have a die cast of it. My grandparents got me one. Gosh, what was this, like 3 years ago? They used to collect a bunch of like NASCAR stuff. And like die cast, and that was one of the ones that they ended up getting, and then they gave it to me because they still like the sport, and they're gonna actually go to the 600 with me this year, which will be really exciting. It'll be our first race, all of us together. The first race for my parents, actually, that they've ever gone to, but the first race for myself and my grandparents since 2019. But they actually got me a die cast, which I thought was super cool. It wasn't the first one I got, though. I think the first one I got was like a Kentucky Speedway, like memorabilia 2011, like their annual kind of one that they give out to their season ticket holders, or ones you can buy at the track for that year. I believe that was the second one. Then the third one was the 44 Hot Wheels Kyle Petty car. And then since then, I've gotten a lot more. And then Dom Joseph, who will be on the show later, I think got me my 5th die cast, which was the Alex Bowman first win one, which was really, really cool. So that's pretty neat. Now, I hate how the PowerPoint, how I made this. It cuts off the S in Elvis and moves it to the second line, but we're going to ignore it, you guys. We're just going to ignore it. This one is the Elvis Presley 30th anniversary paint scheme. Really cool. It was run for the 2007 Chevy Rock and Roll 400 at Richmond. This was like, I believe, like a one-time paint scheme, which was really awesome. And I'm going to pull out the glasses now, you guys. You know it's that time of night. We're going to do it because we're going to get through this. I'm also going to sit up a little bit so I can like look at my screen better. My goodness. We're all sorts of struggles right now. Woo! Okay, here we are. So this one, because I said I like this one, I think it's really, really neat. Just because of the occasion. Now, I wish I had like a cursor I could use on this because I think that'd be really cool. But that thing, it kind of reminded me. I think it's supposed to be like Elvis's hair. I'm pretty sure, like almost can guarantee you it's like his hair, like the little hair thing that he does or that he did. That reminded me of Nightmare Before Christmas. So when I saw this paint scheme at first, I was like, what? Because I wasn't thinking at first, obviously. And yeah, so that's my history with the paint scheme. Obviously not the real history. Like I said, I like it a little better than the classic one, which is hard for me to say, but it's true. But they're all going to be on the same playing field. And like I said, might change my mind during the video because I'm very indecisive. But it's going to go there for right now. And let's go back to our slides. I believe that is the last of the Dale Jr. or any of the number 8 cars. I think, we do have a number 9 car in this one. Now this one, I had trouble figuring out what this was. I knew this was a Casey Kane, but I could not find this like exact paint scheme like in Google Images to save my life. And then I finally found it. It took some digging, but we got it. This particular one, I believe, was run at the 2005 race at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Whew, yeah, it was a lot to find, but it was cool. Like Casey Kane paint scheme. I hope he's doing well. I know he's running some like dirt races here and there. Or he's still racing, obviously, but I really miss him in the series. Gonna be real with you guys. Well, this actually was from Casey Kane's Twitter page. Someone like commented it under one of his posts. But oh yeah, let's look at the chat. I remember when Junior drove the Batman car. Dude, what? What? Okay, see now, this is why we have these chats. So I can end up looking these things up. Dale Jr. Bat car. Because I'm on like a Batman kick. Because I just got done watching all the movies. We talked about this, I think, in the last stream. I don't know if I actually talked about my opinion of the new Batman movie, though. I wrote about it on Twitter. Not my favorite. And I hate that I'm saying that, but it's definitely not my favorite. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, Gabe, are you talking about it? It's a National Guard Batman paint scheme. Is that what we're talking about? Oh, that's exactly what we're talking about, I think. There's a few Batman paint schemes, actually, that we're looking at. There's an 88 nationwide, like, Batman paint scheme, and then there's a you know what? We're gonna share my screen here with the internet, shall we? Why don't we do that? Let's go to share screen, Chrome tab. There we go. Cool. So let's look at the internet together, shall we? I don't know, Gabe, if this is the one you're talking about or not. So there's this one, which is The Dark Knight Rises. Great movie. I was so hesitant on it at first, but grew on me. Really liked it. And because I like The Dark Knight, that one was really good. I have this thing about sequels. Like, the story ends after the first one usually, unless it's like you basically see a scene that leads right into the next one. Is my opinion on them, and I have really crappy movie opinions. Some of them are really good. Most of them are really bad. But then there's also this one that's 88, and it has the bat on the hood right there. And then this is in an action, which is pretty neat. So yeah. Oh, this one has Bane on it. See, I don't know if this one's legit either. Gabe, you're gonna have to inform me on all the ones that are legit or not. This one obviously legit because there is a diecast of it. But no, that's really, really cool. Gabe, let's see. The Batman beat out the Dark Knight for my favorite Batman movie. What, dude? Okay, so we're gonna have to talk about this after, but I need to know why. But we will talk about Batman all night. I promise you guys. Drove a Batman car for the Dark Knight Rises. Gotcha, makes sense. But let's go back to the task at hand. Got a little sidetracked. Sorry, you guys. But let's go back to looking at our paint schemes here. So yeah, so then Gabe, you said back when Charlotte was Lowe's Motor Speedway. I know, right? I wonder. I mean, obviously, deals break off and whatever, but I wonder like what changed, like, and I wasn't around the sport back then, so that's a lot of knowledge that I don't really know yet, and I'm wanting to learn. But yeah, this one was actually a really neat paint scheme. It wasn't my favorite though. I thought it was kind of clunky, kind of busy. It reminded me. I don't know why it reminds me of this, but it's kind of like if Shark Boy were to have a paint scheme. This is like the colors and the design. It would be the sponsor, just because it all kind of looks all. I can't describe it, you guys. Just ignore me. I can't describe it at all. Anywho, let's rate this one. This one, unfortunately, I know you guys say you really like this one. This one might be my first F. I just don't see it, you guys. I'm sorry. I really am. Oh, gosh. Hate to disappoint, but we'll move on. Let's go to the next one. Lowe's is not involved in NASCAR anymore. That's correct. Well, I thought like when the Speedway changed, when they changed their name, that's when I was curious about it. Because I believe, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, but they changed from Lowe's Motor Speedway to Charlotte Motor Speedway before Lowe's exited the sport. I really hope I'm right on that, but I really hope. Maybe I'm not. I really don't know. Jimmy Johnson looked weird in the alley car. He did. He looked so wrong, and I really hated it. I really, really did. 10. Okay, here we go. And again, the PowerPoint slide, what did it do? Oh, you guys, I am so sorry. But this is the Ricky Rudd number 10 Tide car. The Tide car ran from 1991 to 1999, the specific one with Ricky Rudd. This won 9 times. Ricky Rudd won 9 times in this paint scheme, so pretty cool. I love this. I am a sucker for the Tide car. I've said it before. I love DW's Tide paint scheme. I believe what I mentioned something. Oh, whenever Eric Jones had Tide on his car, in love with it. For me personally, this one's goated. It's gonna ring pretty high. I'm gonna go. Let's see. Where are you? Where are you, Tide car? I'm not gonna find it, am I? Did I even upload it on this list? Oh, yes, I did. It's right here. My cursor was right on it. This one's gonna go in the A tier. It's just beautiful, and it has that clean look that I love on paint schemes. So like I said, my ratings might be unfair because I love the clean lines. I love the solid color schemes. That one just does it for me. It's gonna go in the A tier for sure. Absolutely love it. It's just so cool. It's so cool. And the colors work so well together. The colors work so well. So yeah, Ricky Rudd was a great road course racer. I forget who. Okay, so someone on Twitter. I forget who. Well, maybe it was like a NASCAR NBC or not NASCAR NBC, NASCAR on Fox graphic that they posted on their social medias. But they had a ranking of the best road course racers in history and their average of whenever they raced at a road course where they finished, or out of all of their career races, what was their average of finishing road course races or winning them. And Ricky Rudd was up there. I don't know if he actually had the best average of all the drivers in NASCAR for the road courses. I'll have to look back at that post, but no, he was a really good road course racer for sure. Now I couldn't figure out, like I said, I tried to cross-reference the paint schemes as best I can to figure out what race these are from. I couldn't figure this one out, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to just pretend like we know in our brains what this race is from. Maybe you guys know based on this picture, but I can't figure it out to save my life. But let's move on to the next one. I'm seeing Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin's going to be next. This paint scheme was submitted by you guys. A lot of these were, I think I only have 4 on here that I personally put up on this list. But this is a Denny Hamlin FedEx Express paint scheme, number 11. This was raced in the 2012 Daytona 500. Finished the race 4th. You know, this paint scheme just doesn't do it for me. I don't know why, you guys. It's the ones that don't have the clean lines and the color scheme. It's the purple and the black that they kind of mold together. It's kind of like what am I looking for? What are the words? It's like navy and black. It's like navy and black that I can't figure out. So basically, I'm not gonna rate this one really high, honestly, quite at all. Dom has also joined the chat now. So we'll have him on screen in a few seconds, in a few moments. And just in time as we're going to be getting to one of the paint schemes he actually submitted. But for this one, unfortunately, it's going to rank right now. I can't. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to put it in the F category. I apologize greatly. Dom is going to look at this list and be like, "What are you doing?" He's going to hate the list. I hope he agrees with some of this. I really do. Let's go to the next one real quick because this one, well, a little bit of history side. So I'll probably bring Dom into this whenever he's ready, but he's all good. All right, I will add Dom to the stream. I don't know. Hey, what's up?
Hello. It took me a minute to get in here, but I'm here.
You're good. I thought this was I was actually hoping this is the one that you would join on because it has
You didn't do the NASCAR, did you?
Oh, I did. Don't you worry, I did. No, wait, not yet. Sorry, I have it in here, but I haven't done it yet.
But it's on the list to go.
It's on the list. I promise you, it's on the list. Okay.
Very good.
But this one, see, I did my homework. I made PowerPoint slides and everything. So I feel like, obviously, I'm sure the viewers, everybody, even Dom, knows all about these cars. For me, this was a fun experience getting to learn a little bit more about the history side. But originally, I was gonna rank the just the Denny Hamlin throwback paint scheme. I knew it had this the other Daryl Waltrip Western Auto paint scheme as well to it. But I wasn't. I'm gonna rank them separately now. I believe I have them separately on the list, but they're beautiful. I love them. Any historical context you want to add to this, Dom?
Well, the one thing for sure though, especially like with the 90s, was obviously paint schemes were used consistently like through the whole decade. It's not like how it is now where paint schemes change very regularly. So when Daryl Waltrip started his own team, once he made this paint scheme with Western Auto, he kept it for a good at least 7 to 8 years. So that car has some tenure. Like I see it's got the Monte Carlo edition on it, but he got his last career win was in Illumina in that paint scheme at Darlington, I think in 92. So that car has been around for a while, and JGR did a good job with it. I'm not going to lie. They did a good job. I like that they implemented the chrome number, and they kept the 11 font the same as Waltrip's number 1 font. Not a lot of teams were willing to go that far. And again, the other thing that's cool too is like FedEx had to be on board with that too, and they were.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that FedEx was cool with it. And I can't say this enough. It looks so good on a Camry. It looks so good on the Camry. But yeah, that's what I can say about DW's car. But yeah, Hamlin's car, it was really fun to see that car on the track for sure.
And I love, there's a few sponsors that I've really gone all out with being okay with throwback paint schemes. We'll get to one. I think, no, I didn't put this one up there because I didn't want to go over 30. I didn't want to go over 30 paint schemes that we're going to look at because it's a lot. But there's
so many to choose from, so I don't blame you.
I'm going to do a part 2 at some point. Like I was also talking about doing a series where I at least go through like the best paint schemes from the 00 car, the best paint schemes from the number 1 car, like doing just a series. I thought that'd be kind of cool, just going through. It's a hefty task. We're not gonna lie, it is a hefty task, but at some point
that
someday.
is a lot of content.
When we have the time, it's content though.
That's
Nevertheless.
content nonetheless.
But it's so cool to see like that sponsors are able to go along with this. But like the Zyrtec, the paint scheme, the Alan Kwiecki throwback that Corey LaJoy did last year.
Oh, Xerox.
Yeah, they were on board with it. Everybody, and that was fantastic
That was
to see.
huge.
And
That was
obviously,
huge.
Denny Hamlin's team has been really good with being on board with his throwback paint schemes as well. But so we're gonna rank both of these at once. I'm pretty sure I have two little separate things for these guys, so we'll put that up on the screen here. All right. So Dom, where do you think this should be rated? Let's go with Denny Hamlin's paint scheme side of things first.
I'm trying to get a good view. It's hard for me to see on my phone.
That's why I had the PowerPoint slides. You got to see where I have these.
Yeah, I'm looking to see right now. So you've got. I'm gonna go ahead and put Hamlin's at a B.
Put it at a B. Okay.
I think Hamlin would be good for a B, and then DWs. I mean, I would put that at a B as well because I just think the chrome numbers make it work.
Why not an A? I want to know why not an A.
Because there's so many more iconic cars that I would put over top of this one. That's why.
Dang. So much pain. I've said this probably a million times in the video, but because you haven't heard this yet, I'm always willing to go back once we've done the final ranking and be like, whoa, like what did we do, and kind of go back and go through it. But for me, for the DW paint scheme, I have to put it at an A. It's going to be probably like the last of the list in the A's, but it's so beautiful. And I love clean lines and the chrome, and like everything just works together beautifully. The thing I think for me with...
Oh, you are asking for it. You put the Bud car at a D.
This is the thing, because that was my issue with ranking that one. I was literally like, you guys are going to hate me. The viewers are going to hate me. You guys are going to hate me. I know. Like I might change it later. I might change it later, but for now...
The paint scheme is literally the E for Earnhart.
I should have just made a separate category so I wouldn't have gotten kicked off of NASCAR, Twitter, YouTube. I might change it later. But for now, let's move this 17 DW car. I'm going to put that at an A. For me, it works better than the Denny Hamlin car, just in particular, just because the colors meld better together, in my opinion. I like the darker color in the back and how it kind of fades in. Not like I'm a designer. We're not designers. But yeah. All right, ready to move to the next one.
I think the orange on the Waltrip car looks better too. I think it pops a lot more.
I think that's why I like it better. It's cleaner lines and it pops more, but obviously.
I fully agree that the Waltrip car is better looking, but you still have to give credit to Hamlin's car.
Exactly. Do not disagree. All right, what's the next one? Because we're done. Oh, we're Ryan Blaney. We're on Ryan Blaney's cars. All right.
The body armor car.
Yeah, this one.
So.
Yeah,
I do like this one. I don't know why. That's the problem. Is this is one of those paint schemes where it works so well, but I don't know why. And I think it's because it's not the same paint scheme that Penske uses for every car, and I think that's why. It's not the same design, and it works. The little bit of yellow makes it pop. I don't know. It looks good.
I mean, I would agree with you on that one. And my whole thing with Ryan Blaney's paint schemes is they're never necessarily... He's one of my favorite drivers, but his paint schemes are never necessarily my favorite because they always have this really just gross... Like, oh, what paint scheme am I thinking of? Dom, you can help me out here. But there's like a really just ugly neon yellow, like with everything.
Menards.
I'm thinking Menards, yeah. But like there's a specific one that I'm thinking of. It's like the hood is always blue, and then the rest is just neon yellow, and it's gross.
Oh, Peak antifreeze.
Probably that one, yeah.
The Peak Menards car.
Yeah, I don't know. This one is a home run for me, though.
Let me do some research while you're going through this.
Yeah, please do some research. I'll let you do some research and then just let me know when you're ready to come back in here. But yeah, no. That might be the one I'm thinking of. And the sponsor I think starts with a K. It's escaping my mind. Maybe you guys in the chat can help me out. You guys probably know this too, and I'm blinking right now. But I like this paint scheme very, very much. Ryan Blaney fan. Body armor. Actually, not a sponsor. But should be a sponsor someday, maybe down the line. But no. Always drinking body armor. Always have it on me. So I'm a little impartial to this one. I'm gonna start to rank this one. Then we'll let Dom step back in and figure out what he wants to do. But for me personally, I think I'm gonna put this one. Oh, what do I want? Do we agree like a B or C? That's the range I'm thinking of. Maybe not an A right now. But what are you thinking, Dom?
No, that's not an A. I would give that, you know, it's like I want to
Uh-oh.
give it a B, but I know that there's gonna be better cars coming. You know what I mean?
I agree
That's
with
where
you.
I'm at.
Yeah,
So again, we can always go back and fix it, but I think for now, for sure, like when it steps up to the plate, it's a B for sure.
yeah. So we'll do. So you're thinking C
I'm thinking
or
that
B?
I'm thinking down the line we'll end up moving it to C, but for
Okay, but B
now,
for
I
now.
think it's good enough for a B.
Sweet. Oh yeah, the paint scheme. Thank you for sending me that. Dom just sent me the paint scheme that we're thinking of. Woo. Oh yeah, the canal.
Now
No, yeah, I knew that was
or
gonna happen.
whatever, Noff insulation, I think
Noff.
is what it is.
Okay,
Something
so
like that.
that's
I don't know.
yeah. So
I think
what
that car looks good.
I thought it looked kind of icky
I
for
don't
like my
know.
third grade language. Um, let's do a recap on the tier list as a moment because I think we're about halfway through. So and obviously, like I said, we're changing things later, most likely. But on the top, we have the Earnhardt Patriotic Paint Scheme. We have the Kevin Harvick paint scheme up there, the Busch run at the Daytona International Speedway Road Course. Of course, we have the Ricky Rudd Tide car, and then we have the DW Western Auto paint scheme up there. Then we have that Miller #2 paint scheme on B. We have the TikTok Ryan Vargas, Denny Hamlin, number 11, throwback to said DW paint scheme that's listed in A. And then obviously the Ryan Blaney body armor one that we just did. Moving down the line, we have the Landon Castle throwback to Sterling Marlin listed at C. Of course, we have
Marlin.
Marlin. Sorry, Marlin. Sterling Marlin. My God, I'm telling you, I got no sleep. And I probably said Marvin 1,000 times in this episode already
Gosh.
because I just
All right.
can't read. And regardless,
That's
the
all
number
right.
5.
You tried.
Oh, so much research, so much time. I had an exam today, you guys. I was studying for that really hard. I was up late last night. I was actually cramming this the PowerPoint slide. The PowerPoint slide doesn't look great, but it's research. Research takes time. But this number 5 of obviously Terry Labonte paint scheme listed in C as well. It broke my heart, but I had to do it. And then the Corey LaJoy number 7 with the flames. D. I'm not even going to talk about that, you guys. I'm so sorry, and we'll probably fix it later. I swear. The the Earnhardt Bud paint schemes. 1 to the tribute to the 30th anniversary for Elvis, and obviously one of the classic ones. And then finally, in our F category, we have the Casey Kane paint scheme for the number 9, and then we have the FedEx Express.
Is that the
paint scheme.
Mopar car?
It is the Mopar car.
Okay. And then
Do you
the
agree with
Hamlin
that?
with the Flash.
Yeah, with the Flash.
I think that the Hamlin car with the Flash, it was cool when it first came out, but for
Hasn't
FedEx,
aged well.
I knew they could do better, but they just kept using it over and over again. And then when they finally
Yeah.
changed it in 2015, it was like, okay, this is 10 times better than that.
No,
So I'm cool with that.
because it just got messy. Oh, Gabe said the Kellogg's car in the C tier. I know. I've gone on and on over and over about how much I love that car, but I out of all of this, Gabe, and everybody watching, you know my love for that car, but I can't reasonably, I think right now, move it. It could move. But it's everything else that we're looking at, you guys. It's what's the word? It's like big picture. We're looking at the big picture right now. But yeah, let's go to the next one that we're thinking of here. Okay, this is the Ryan Blaney
The Mamba car.
It's a pretty car. I like it. For me, it's maybe not the prettiest car, but it was a really good tribute. Honestly,
It's a great tribute car, but I think that's a C.
I would agree with you. I think it's a C.
I think it's a.
I was
I
gonna say it
think
could move
just
down
the meaning behind it puts it at C.
because it's not always going to be just the design. It's always you got to look at the meaning behind it.
Yeah.
Obviously, 2020 Auto Club 400 finished the race P19, which I remember that race. I was hoping he'd finish better just because it was a tribute paint scheme, and I was just kind of like, that sucks. But no, I agree with you. I think it's at C. I honestly might move it down later depending on how stacked we're getting in the wrong car in the department of the middle tier cars that we have here. Where is it? Oh, here it is. My goodness, there it is. So we'll have it at a C right now, kind of lower C. But then we'll move on. Let's go to what's next. Okay, we're getting into the Tony Stewart cars. I love this car. I did. Okay, this car is a little tricky, and I'll explain it here because, like I said, I cross-reference a lot of these cars to make sure I got the race that was accurate for this car right. This one's funky. There's a lot of variations on the certain paint scheme, and because a lot of the pictures I saw, the skirt for the car was actually black and not red. Same issue that I had for the Earnhardt car, but this one was the 2009 Pocono winning car, I'm pretty sure. And then this was the first win for Stewart Haas, I believe, in this car.
Yeah, so that car won the All-Star race in 09 and then won Pocono that same year. So that
Yeah.
it got its first All-Star win and it got its first points win in the same year. And
Cool.
you know, I think the Old Spice car looks better, but again, the Office Depot car is the one that got all the wins.
That's very true. I like it's sleek. Now the one thing I will say is like the side kind of, I call them like the shark fins on this. Oh gosh, shark fins on the side of the car. Kind of it changed over time because it used to be just kind of like this two kind of like almost like lightning bolt streak, and then they kind of changed it a little bit. I like this version of it better. It's a lot simpler. And I think honestly, this flag behind me, if I can like move this pillow that's supporting my back. This one, camera, ooh, that one. Pretty sure it's in tribute to this sort of thing, or maybe it's just a general Tony Stewart. I have no clue. I just thought about that today. I could be wrong. Who knows? But for me, this one, it's very pretty. I like it. I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's like a F or a D. C, I think it's above a C. For me, it's a kind of a B range a little bit, maybe an A, but maybe B.
So I'm hesitant to put it that high because I think there have been better Office Depot cars. I would
Oh,
argue I would argue Edwards' cars look better, and I would argue the championship car in 2011 looks better.
Dang
So
right.
I would say D or C. So
You know
that's
what?
just me, though.
For you, I'm gonna put it at a D because I do love this car a lot, but I think in the grand scheme of things, you're right. There also have been much worse Office Depot cars.
Yeah. Oh my
as
gosh,
well.
yeah.
Actually some of them were in my worst paint schemes video that I did. They were just cluttered and gross, and I still kind of liked them too. So that's saying a lot for the Office Depot paint schemes that they did. They did a pretty good job overall. The next one we do have is a Tony Stewart car as well. Let's see if we can get to that. The Burger King. Burger King. Oh
Yuck.
no! What?
Not that the year before is the best one when it's blue instead of all that yellow. No, I don't like that one at all. That
I
one
will
is
say,
a loot. That's an
yeah.
L.
So this particular paint scheme was run at the 2011 All-Star race, finished P4. I will say I do agree with Dom on this one actually. And looking up all the Burger King paint schemes I could come up with for Tony Stewart, I like the blue one better. This one just feels kind of funky. I do like this one a lot, but I think we're gonna give it an F. We're gonna give it an F.
Oh yeah.
Pain. All right, you guys. So that's our third F of the day. I feel like this one, at least we agreed on this one. That's good. Well, I might just slide it up here, just the higher side of the F.
I think the Hamlin car looks better.
What? Okay, we'll have to change it later. We'll debate that later. I promise we will. But like right now, let's go to our next car. Here we are. Okay.
A. That's
have the floor. Go for it. Go for it.
I'm walking away because I can't sit down for that one. It's an A all day long. So listen, the story behind this car is really what gets me, is because that car, this was the year after Kyle joined back with NOS, or the year he came back with NOS, because he was with NOS all the way up to 2011 in the Nationwide Series. And then then he went and joined his own team. He started his own team, KBM, in Nationwide, and brought Monster on. And he took Monster from 2012 through 2015 in the 54, which that car was incredible too. But then I found out he was going back to NOS in 2016. And when I saw this car on the track for the first time, I was blown away by how good it looks. Because orange and blue is one of the best color combinations ever. And then for them to get the blue spot on, to get the orange spot on, to get the black spot on, to get the white spot on, and it just works. It's so good. It shouts race car, and he won all the time in it. And I picked this one specifically because this was before NOS updated their logo and took the orange box out of the background. And I think this one looks better with the orange background because it just works. I'm sorry. It's such a great car. I've got the die cast in my room. It's the golden car. It's the greatest NASCAR paint scheme of all time.
Did you hear that, folks? It's better than a petty scheme. Better
It
than
is.
what other? Wow, God. Okay, here's
It's
the
better
thing with
than
this
any
thing.
Gordon car. It's better than any Dale car.
That
It's
I
better
might
than
give
any
you.
STP car.
Okay,
That is
not mine.
the best
No.
paint scheme of all time.
I will say this one looks pretty. Out of all of the NOS paint schemes, this is my favorite. I do not like just the orange and blue. I think that looks gross. And unfortunately, Dom, I think orange and blue is one of the most mid color combinations of all time. Quite honestly,
I don't know. I think it looks great.
I do think this one looks really nice, though. It did win a lot. Historical context. Now, for me though, here's where I'm at with this one. Does it? It's clearly an A or a B for me. For Dom, it is clearly an A. For you, I will put it in the lower part of the A category.
Good.
But I do think it does belong up there.
It should be at the very top, not even close, but the fact that it's in A, I'll be happy about that.
Well, we'll keep it there for now, and then we'll rank within the categories, and we'll see, everybody.
Man, what a great car.
It is very pretty. It is very pretty.
The one thing I will say, though, is that, yes, I love what it looks like, but the monster car with Kyle Busch in it, the level of intimidation factor that car possessed, I would put that car and the Goodwrench Earnhardt car right level of most intimidating cars to have behind your rearview mirror. Absolutely.
That honestly would be a great tier list to do. Obviously, I don't know how many cars you can get out of it, but the most
intimidating cars. Yeah. Oh yeah. A race-winning monster car, especially with Kyle Busch driving it. Yeah, that's
scary.
One of the most intimidating cars to have.
But then you have to categorize what makes a car intimidating. Is it the driver? Is it this paint scheme? Because they're all going to be probably dark paint schemes, right?
Yep, it is.
Okay.
No, it's the driver and it's the looks of the car for sure.
Well, speaking of Kyle Busch and a intimidating paint scheme, really not intimidating, it's just more spooky than ever. This is the Kyle Busch number 18 zombie Skittles paint scheme, 2020 TMS race winning car. I think it's neat. It's a little I don't Adam?
No way.
Adam, guys, we're getting the gang back together. Let's see, Adam, are you ready to join the chat? Thumbs up. Yeah, there we go. All right, we'll add Adam into this. It's a family reunion. What's up, Adam?
Good evening, my fellow NASCAR nerds. How are we doing?
I'm partying like it's 1997.
Oh, what a year!
Oh my gosh!
What a year.
So we're back. We're to not number 18. Oh my gosh! But we have 30 cars to get through, Adam. We are, I think, over halfway there actually. But I think it's time to recap the list again, so we can give Adam an idea of what we've got. And Adam, you will probably heavily disagree with what we have, and feel free to.
Oh, wait till you see what she gave a D. Wait till you see this.
This is why I did something you two weren't here, just so I could have my piece, say it, and then move on. But no, we'll go through it, and then as I've said multiple times before, but just so Adam knows this, we will go back at the very end, rank the individual categories, move things around so we can feel at least somewhat confident about the list that you guys gave us that we kind of been put in as well. But here we go. Let's go to our tier list. No reactions until I say it. But here we go, because I don't want, I'm gonna get the disappointed. I already see the disappointed look. I can see it. So here we are. We have the Earnhardt number 3 patriotic paint scheme. We have the Kevin Harvick, the Forrest Busch beer paint scheme from Daytona road course. We have the 10 Ricky Rudd tied car, the number 17 DW Western Auto paint scheme. Then we have the 18 NOS paint scheme. Then in the B category, we have the 2 Miller paint scheme. the number 6 Ryan Vargas, the 11 throwback to the DW paint scheme, and then we have the 12 body armor from Ryan Blaney, the win at Talladega. C category, we have we have the Landon Castle paint.
Oh,
No, the Landon Castle paint scheme was throwback. The Terry Labonte paint scheme. Then we got Corey LaJoie's The Flames. We got the Kobe Bryant throwback, or not throwback, tribute, excuse me, to hold on. Ryan Blaney throwback. You know what? Forget it. Kobe
Ryan
Bryant
Blaney tribute to Kobe.
It's the one that it should be in the A+ category, but you went ahead and messed that up.
Well, see,
I'm
here's the
sorry.
thing. We Dom and what?
Yeah,
We'll talk about it again.
Blaney,
Yeah.
he's goat status.
Oh. Well, you know what I did with the D category. We don't need to talk about that. We can just move on. And then
I'm disappointed though. The mouse is almost at the car that you have totally thrown to the gutter, and it should be in the A. It should not. Nope. Go a little lower.
What lower? This one?
The number 9 Mopar.
Really? What?
Yes.
Really? Where do you think it should go?
That's easily a B or higher. That's an A or B car right there.
Do you guys in the chat? Do you guys agree? I'm curious if you guys agree. Oh my gosh.
I have no opinion of that car. I can take or leave wherever that car goes, but I was excited to see what he thought about Labonte's car being put at a C.
I know I hate myself for it because it's one of my favorites of all time. But I'm like I said, I might move it. It was but mostly like a starting point to see where we were at. But yeah, Adam, what do you think about that? And then obviously the shocker and the one that would get me sent away from any NASCAR anything in the world was the 2 Earnhardt Jr. Bud paint schemes in the D category.
I mean, if we're looking at all the schemes we have there, you're right around the right ballpark for the Earnhardt schemes, easily a C or D. I'd say probably the Elvis one is more memorable. The Elvis one definitely would be C or B status, but I mean I'm gonna make a lot of enemies by saying this, but his cars really weren't that entertaining.
That's fair.
Sorry.
I think that's fair.
You're not wrong.
For the iconic status of it, they would be rated higher. But again, it's just like Dale Sr. I mean, it was the same car every single year. It was just all one color with a little bit of this and that on the side. That's it. But it's iconic.
Exactly. That's the same thing with the Terry Labonte car.
The Terry Labonte car is throwing the kitchen sink at it and look and see what it looks like.
That's my opinion of it, honestly.
Look good. But yeah,
it's got yellow sides, a white hood, a red roof, and green on the side.
It looks
it's
like
just gross.
Kid's nose, but it was hot.
Oh, well, on that note, you guys, that's what we have here. And obviously in the F category, we have the Tony Stewart, the Burger King car, the one that he ran for the All-Star race. We have the Denny Hamlin Little Spark, the number 11 FedEx Express car, and then obviously the Mopar number 9 that we will probably debate later. But let's move on to the next paint scheme. Let's get a fresh set of, what we have going on here.
No, I'm very surprised. I will say this. I'm very surprised that none of Bobby's interstate cars made the list.
So here's the thing. I debated it, but nobody else commented on any of the Twitter posts with any of those. And then I was going to put it in myself.
No, that's fair.
But I wanted to keep that as limited as possible to ones I put in. But honestly, the next video, we need to do it, quite honestly. Okay, Carrie says, where's the Mick Tonight scheme for Bill Elliott? Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I didn't put it in there because I didn't want to go over 30 and I wanted to get the ones that you guys suggested to me, but I didn't see it. Quite honestly, next video for sure, but it is God tier. It is God tier. Just gotta say it right. It's one of my favorite paint schemes of all time, and I feel like it would be totally unfair to put it in this one. If I put it in, it would be the winner.
I have a funny story about that Mick Knight car, actually.
Do it.
Okay, so back when that car first came out, it was I think it ran either once or twice with Bill Elliott, and McDonald's was giving out the little 164 diecast in the Happy. So I got one of them, obviously. and I lost it for about 2 years in a sandbox in my backyard. Found it, still have it. The sand and the weather and whatever kind of tore it apart, but I was able to get a really cool picture a few years ago when Jamie Mcmurray had the throwback car at Darlington. So I took a picture of both the cars side by side and had a comparison of, oh, hey, look at this old one versus this new one. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, it's so fun.
I love diecast stories like that.
They're so cool. I don't have any of those that I can think of, quite honestly. But, oh, those are cool. I really want to go to the track one day and just like take one of like the little ones that I got from like Target and just be like, this is the bigger version of the car, and just like freak myself out because they're so cool. I have one of the little 1x64 Mick Tonight schemes as well. It wasn't in a Happy Meal. I think my grandparents got it actually and they gave it to me, but didn't get it from a Happy Meal. I wish I did though. That's more of an experience though, quite honestly.
Happy Meals were awesome. Now they're kind of
the toys suck
overrated.
Now.
Overrated, overpriced.
They are, which is unfortunate. All right, next paint scheme, you guys. All right, here we go.
Oh,
There's
most
some history with this
illegal
one.
race car in NASCAR history.
Yeah, infamous paint scheme.
So in case you don't know the
illegal.
story for this one, so this is the number 24 Jeff Gordon T-Rex or Jurassic Park paint scheme. It was in the 1997 All-Star race. Now, this scheme was run once and went to victory lane. And the reason it was run once, because it was banned by NASCAR after dominating the race, though it passed post-race inspections. They just told them to never bring it back. They never wanted to see it again. Anything to add, gentlemen?
Yeah,
Yes.
Go ahead, Adam.
No, you first, Tom.
So I rewatched that race last year just to get an idea of how good it was, and I mean, it was like glue on the racetrack. It never bobbled, never had any issues whatsoever. It was just on rails though, and it was a good 1 to 1.5 seconds faster than the regular pace of the field. It was just that good. Yeah, I don't know what Ray Evernham put in that race car, but I'm glad it isn't allowed to come back.
That race,
I wish you could tell us.
That race right there basically got Ray Evernham the deal with Dodge. Dodge came and basically told him, hey, look, if you can make a car do that and still be legal, we got something for you. So yeah, that race basically brought Dodge and Ray Evernham together.
Now, here's my opinion of fun facts. See, fun facts with Dom. Now we have fun facts with Adam. I have a graphic made for that, by the way. For the next video, we have one of those moments in, but there'll be fun facts with both these gentlemen all the time. Here's my opinion on this paint scheme, though. Now, though it has an iconic story to it, in my opinion, the paint scheme kind of sucks. Do we agree with that?
So
or no?
here's my thing about it is like it's a good looking race car. It's for what they wanted to do. It's kind of cool how it's just the dinosaur exploding out of the hood of the car. It's kind of cool. But one thing you have to notice, look at how many sponsors are on the side of that car. Where are you going to put a paint scheme on that race car?
That's my opinion. I'm like, there's nowhere to put it.
There's at least 20 contingency sponsors on that race car.
It's so bad.
They bookended the 2 and the 4 on the side, essentially.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, literally, there is no space. Yeah.
It's bad. So for me, whoever submitted this, I forget who was on Twitter, but it was in the most recent thing I had. I am so sorry, but for me, this is an F. Are we in?
I would give it a D. I would give it a D.
Really?
Give it.
Yeah, because number one, it's iconic, and they did fairly decent with what space they had. Because
valid.
There was a lot of real estate purchased on that race car before they could design it.
There's way too much they had to work with and worry about. But I mean, hey, if the sponsors thought it was a cool scheme that they wanted to be on, so be it. Sure, we will give it a D. The T-Rex paint scheme, the Jurassic Park one, we will give it D. Next one we got, what is it? I think this is another Gordon paint scheme, the DuPont 24 Classic.
Okay, I have a really good story about this one.
Do it.
I did not know in 2009 that he was getting rid of the iconic blue car with the flames. So when I first saw this on track in the Daytona 500, I was like, whoa, what did they do to Gordon's car? So every time they would show it, I would just get right up to the TV and try to figure out what it was, what was different about it. And I was hooked. It looks so good with the black. I know that when you think the DuPont car, you think blue with the red flames, or of course the rainbow. But it looks good. It looks really, really good. And I love the gradient from the bright neon yellow up to the red.
Yes.
It's supposed to be a throwback to his go-kart, isn't it? Or something like that. It's a throwback to one of his earlier race cars when he was a kid. That's what inspired that design. But I think it looks really good. Yeah, no, it's a throwback to one of his first cars or go-karts. It was supposed to be designed off that paint scheme. It looks good, though.
Wow.
What do you think of this paint scheme?
I thought they just wanted to change it up, honestly. That scheme, that's GOAT status right there for Gordon.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the Fire and Flames, it ran its course, and we just need something a little new. And I remember watching a Good Morning America when they debuted this car. They showed it on national television, and it was a big deal. It was like, oh, Gordon's getting new colors. Oh, so I'm surprised you didn't know that, Dom.
No, that was wow. I just knew when the Daytona 500 was coming on. That's when I started watching. I was like, okay, here comes Daytona. I got to get ready for this race.
Your young teenage self was just like mind blown with this car.
I wasn't a teenager.
I was
11.
Oh, like double digit self. I was when this game came out.
Double digit self.
Double digit self. Yeah.
Double digit.
Adam, were you like a teenager then?
I was gonna be a junior in high school. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. I feel like a grandpa again, but kind of a story.
Well, regardless, I think we can all agree. Old or not old, we're all young at heart. Regardless, Adam, you're not old at all, but regardless, I think this is an A, easy A.
Yeah, I give it an A.
Great. We'll mess with the categories later. We're almost done, you guys. We only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 9 cars left. So here we go. Ooh, yeah. Okay. All right, you guys. This was beautiful. The clean lines. The Davey Allison number 28 car. I believe this one is the 1990 Daytona 500 car. Finished the race P20, unfortunately, but this car is beautiful. It's an A for me. But that's my opinion. Adam, what do you think?
I'd give it a solid B.
Oh, solid B. That's not what I wanted, Adam.
Well, because of the generation of NASCAR I grew up with, the Haviland car I'm familiar with was the red and black Ricky Rudd car.
Yeah.
So this one, it's close to that. But if I had to categorize them, this one would be number 2 for me. So it's got to be a B.
Dom, what are you thinking?
It's a good-looking car. I mean, when you think Davey, though, you think that 92 car where it was all black with the red numbers and the paint scheme was the sponsor, which is pretty cool. But this one, it's good-looking. A lot of white. I don't know if I like that, but I have something for chrome numbers. It just looks really, really good. I would say B, C area, maybe low B, but another interesting thing is look at the tires. They're Hoosiers, not Goodyears.
That's true.
So this was during the time where Hoosier and Goodyear were both the tire brand for NASCAR, the tire wars. And it was just Hoosiers were more reliable at the time.
Maybe they would be today. I don't know because the current state of Goodyear tires, at least for so far this season, five races in, not pretty. So who knows? But okay. So I think we can say, I think it evens out to a B for all of us.
Yeah, I can give it a B.
Yes,
so let's give it a B. Well, like I said, mess with the categories later. Gabe said Rip Davey. Absolutely, it's sad. I hate when drivers pass away. It makes me sad.
He definitely had a Winston Cup in him.
He did.
He was going to get one eventually.
See, and that's the thing. When drivers tragically pass away for other causes, you wish you knew what else they were capable of, what they could have done.
I mean, the year before it happened, he won the Daytona 500.
Exactly. So that's why that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, let's not be depressed. Let's move on. This is one for me
Ooh.
that I put in here
Yeah,
personally.
see, I don't like it in the Monte Carlo. I think it looks better in the COT, but it's a great looking car.
See, part of me agrees with you a little bit, but personally for me, I like how the Monte Carlo just like the hood just goes down a little bit. It's like it's really narrow
Right.
towards the front. I thought that kind of looked neat. That's just me. That's a me opinion. But this is Jeff Burton, number 31, Prolitec OTC, 2007 winning paint scheme at Texas Motor Speedway. It was driven for a few races in 2007 and 2008. But Dom, you said you liked the other version better of the car. Adam,
Yeah, just
are
the
you
year later. Yep.
Yeah,
later?
the 2008, the COT version, made this car slap a solid B, but on this body side, probably a C.
See, I'm gonna try to look up the 2008 version of this car for you, and I'm just getting a whole bunch of. Oh, okay, I think we're seeing what I'm seeing. Not yet. Hold on, I'm trying to bring it up. So you guys think probably C? Is that what you're saying?
I'm okay with a C or a B. I think a B. I would put it a B. I think it's
think
a
a
really
B.
good looking car.
I'm
Wait,
holding
why
strong
can't
at
B.
C.
All right. Sweet. Okay. C as in cat or B as in boy. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Hey, I'm
Well,
the tradition. Y'all go with what your gut goes with.
we will just put it at a B for now. We'll figure it out. Where is it? Where is it on the screen? Hello. Oh, here it is. Okay. I was trying to find the 2008 version, but I couldn't find it. So we're just not going to. That's fine. Let's see. So here's the list now. We put it at a B ranking. Let's move on to this one. This was a late submission. I believe Gabe submitted this one. Hi Casey, how you doing? Welcome to the show this evening. We'll go over our rankings again after we do 2 more cars, and then we'll finish out the last few. The Dale Jarrett number 32 Nestle Crunch. I believe this was a 1991 version. The scheme landed him in victory lane 5 times. It's classic. I like it. Like I said again, like the clean lines near the end of the car. It's something with that just sticks with me, and I love it. And obviously, not obviously, but when I was a kid, Crunch bars were like one of my favorite candy bars. I can't explain it. It just was. And now it's not, and that's totally fine. But I like this paint scheme a lot. It screams vintage. I thought it was pretty. I can't say anything else about it. Dom, what do you think? You shook your head at this one. Why did you shake your head?
I don't like
you
it.
don't?
I don't like it. I
What?
don't know why.
No.
I don't like. I would say a D for this one, but I get it. It's a Dale Jarrett, but the thing for me is when I think Dale Jarrett, I think the '88 quality care car or the UPS car.
I know.
This doesn't say Dale Jarrett to me. I don't know. It's a good car, but I wouldn't go higher than a D.
This
I
car
disagree with him.
This car almost reminds me of like when you think of Jeff Gordon, you wouldn't picture the number 1 baby.
Yeah, the Baby Ruth car. Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't picture him truly in that. It's like a different Jeff Gordon for me.
But that aside, think of that aside, the paint scheme itself, regardless of the driver, like, can you see it? Can you rate it higher?
No.
Oh,
Guys,
We're
F.
such politicians.
F in
so
the
much
chat.
pain. Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Okay, you know what?
D.
For me, for my sanity, I'm putting it at a low C because I really love this car, but I will put it at a low C. We could move it down.
It's not better than the Dale Jr. car.
This whole rating system is just crap.
It's just not.
Yeah, Gabe submitted this one in the chat right now. Gabe, I'm curious where you think it would rank. I'm very, very curious.
Say an A.
I would say it's really good. He also and then yes, Corey LaJoy did drive a throwback paint scheme to this car. Did I have that on my fun facts? I don't think I did. I looked up the fun. No, it didn't. But he did.
You can't put above T-Rex. You can't.
What are you? I can't put it above the T. No, I don't agree with that. Maybe we'll go back. I promise we'll go back and look at it.
Adam basically just said sponsors look better than paint.
Okay, maybe
pretty much. Let's put a label on it. Sponsors are better than the paint schemes themselves. Should we go back over the order, or let's just close this out and then we'll go back over the order again. Then
Yeah.
in the chat, you guys can help us figure out which ones we should move. Obviously, we'll figure out which ones we need to move. But to close this out, we got 5 more left. This one submitted, it was the Jamie Mcmurray number 42 Halloween paint scheme, 2003. Jamie was the 2003 Winston Cup Rookie of the Year. Fun facts that I looked up. I don't like this one at all. I forget who submitted this one, but I'm sorry, I don't.
Now, this is very Haviland heavy. They're very much on the yellow spectrum with this car.
Just the side of the car looks weird.
Yeah, I don't. The silver's not working especially with the yellow numbers.
Yeah, it's
I
bad.
think. Yeah, and I think the year after they went right back to what Davey and Ricky Rudd's car looked like. So it's like they immediately learned their lesson. They instantly learned their lesson. So that should tell you everything. So I'd say D or an F.
Adam, what are you thinking?
I'm giving it an F because it made the 42 on the side look bad.
Yeah, it's an easy F.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, this could have been in my worst paint schemes ranking, to be quite honest with you. I think it's like last place in my opinion right now.
Full of Ricky Rudd facts because Ricky Rudd's last year in 2002, they switched to a predominantly black and yellow scheme and tried to continue that on the next year. But then they reverted back to, let's go back to black and red.
You gotta go with classic. You change it up and it just looks bad.
That's
all
true.
Right, well,
here's a
good
one for Taylor. I don't know if Taylor knew this. Did you know
no.
that Dale? So when Davey passed, it was eventually like Ernie Irvin was in the 28 for a while in the 90s. But originally it was supposed to be Dale Jarrett in the 28 and Ernie in the 88. And they did that for a whole year. You can look it up.
What?
I got a picture right in front. Hold on.
Yeah. Dale Jarrett drove the 28 car for a year.
Wait, how did I not?
Ernie Irvin drove the 88. And then the next year they switched.
See, here's the thing, you guys. Like I said, I'm a newer fan. I don't know a lot of the history. I want to learn more of it, but joined in 2016, and there's a lot I don't know. Oh my god, that's totally. It's like when I learned that that Kurt Busch drove for the 22 car was, or like in the shell
for 2011. Yeah.
Oh, see, there's the proof. Here we'll go to
Irvin.
Look at that.
That's Irvin, yeah. It was
blows
95.
my mind.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
95, and then 96. Jarrett took the 88 and won the Daytona 500, his second.
I'm blown away. It's almost like, okay, hear me out. Like, try to follow me with this analogy here.
There it is. Okay.
Oh, wait, we're going back. We're going back.
Is that Dale Jarrett?
There we go.
That's the Dale in the 88 and 28.
So weird.
Is that
weird?
Is that the complete history book?
This is all the way up to 2008. Yeah.
I have the one.
I knew I recognized that book. I have the 2012.
Oh my god, I love the red cover of the book though. I like it better than like it's just like the black cover we have now. It just pops.
Yeah.
That is so pretty.
That's funny.
No, kind of an analogy to it. It's like when you read a book, right? And you read like the character's name wrong, like Harry Potter. Everyone, like, I don't think anyone knows how to pronounce Hermione's name. And then when they say it in the movie, you're like, what? It's like that mind-boggling thing for me.
Right.
Just the nerd in me now coming out. You guys know that. So that's fine. But let's move on. We'll move past this one. Here we go. Here's a classic one. John Andretti, number 43, paint scheme.
Not that one.
This picture, I think, changed the color on the car a little bit, quite honestly, because every other picture I looked at, it was clear, not these colors. The colors look funky. Adam, what do you think? I'm indifferent towards this one.
Look, there was like a different version of that diecast in every Walmart or Target. Like no one could get the blue right. I have one where the blue is teal. I have one where the blue is like navy. There was never one that was the actual color. Look, this car gives me bad memories because that basically was the nosedive for Petty. I got to give it a D.
Ooh.
And that's not even the best looking one, honestly.
Yeah.
There's been a lot better Cheerios cars, so I'm going to say D or an F.
I want to give it an F. I would say there are much better Cheerios cars. The Cheerios cars kind of haunt me. Like Adam said, they are all over the supermarket. I swear, out of like little die-cast and Matchbox cars I had when I was a kid, I swear I have like 30 of this car. Yeah, it just kind of sucks. I'm gonna give it an F. Maybe like a higher range F. Like I said, we'll change the in between ratings as we go, but yeah, I'm just not a fan. So there it is at the bottom. Right, the one closest to the F in that category. 3 more cars to get through. Actually, I think 2 more after this one. So now we have the classic. Ready to go A. The number 43 STP. The specific design was run in the early to mid 70s. Also one in this one that I noted that I thought was fun, more of a fact for me than maybe for you guys, but Goodyear is not slated over the fender of the car, so that's why I knew it was like in the early to mid 70s. That was just a me fact thing because I needed to remember this, and of course Dodge.
So
I
you know
love
what
it.
that means? That means I have to one up you now because I've got one already in the chamber.
Do it. Fun fact with Dom. Do it. Go for it.
Wonder if this has to do with the front.
No, it has to do with the paint scheme in general.
Oh.
It was so obviously Petty Blue is very iconic. When STP approached Richard Petty, they wanted his car to be orange or the red, and Petty said no, and they were eventually going to not sponsor him at all. But then because he was so good and winning all the time, they compromised, and there you have it.
The beautiful story of a sponsorship that has lasted years.
Sponsors
now it's a beautiful
are better
car.
Than
Sponsors are better than paint.
There was another instance with something like this. Dale Earnhardt's Goodwrench car was supposed to be blue for GM.
Yes.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it was going to be all blue, but because it was Earnhardt and they thought it would look a lot better in black, and so they went with black
they were
instead.
Right.
The rest is
now,
history.
What kind of blue are we talking? Is it like the Wrangler blue? Is it like a
No,
navy
it's
blue?
like the GM blue. The GM square
got
blue.
it. Yeah, okay. There we go. Because I was like, what blue are we talking here? Okay, yeah. No, this car's perfect the way it is. The Goodwrench car was perfect the way it is. This is beautiful. Gabe said this car is easily an A for me. 73 Dodge Charger. Petty 70 Superbird was all blue. Yes, it was. This is beautiful. Is this an A? Can we agree? This is an A?
Oh yeah.
Easy A.
Easy A. All right.
Man, I like how they have the 2 stripes that go right into the sponsor on the hood.
That's what I like about it. It correlates
really
so well, and
looking.
those 2 colors are just perfect together. See, like the blue. Yeah. Maybe it is like a blue and orange red type thing, Dom. Maybe you have a point there. Maybe you are right, and I'm wrong.
It's tough being correct all the time.
Okay. All right. Next one. Late submission. Jimmy Johnson, number 42, Cobalt Chevy.
Again, this is one of those situations where it's like, yes, I really like it, but you got the wrong Cobalt car.
I know.
Yep.
The year before this one was a lot better with the white numbers, and it was a lot better. And man, even the car that got Hendrick's 200th win, it was all matte black with the 2 white stripes down the middle. That car was awesome. That was a good looking car.
Yeah, no,
I would give this one at the highest a B.
Yeah,
because it's just so cool to have that alternate where you can make the Lowe's car matte black and it still works. So I have to give it the credit where it's due. But the sad thing is he didn't run this car that much. I think it only saw the track twice. And I was at the track when it ran once. So
look at you.
Yeah, that was 2017. So I saw it practice at Michigan. But no, this is a really good looking car. I would give it a B. But again, it's not the best Cobalt car. When I think the Cobalt car, I think the one with the 2 stripes down the middle and the silver, the original one, the silver one with the black.
The 2016 one you're talking about?
I basically agree on this one. Solid B. It's not the Cobalt car I grew up with. Then again, the Cobalt car I really enjoyed. It was the car Jimmy ran in the Nationwide series. He used to run it, I think, in Texas. Yeah, it was Like the front half looked just like his Cup car, but then the back half.
It was all the diamond rail.
Rivets. Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
Wow. That was what, 06?
Yes.
That was 06.
06 when he would run a couple. He would run a couple Xfinity races or nationwide, on and off.
That's the weirdest thing too, because I remember in 2013 he drove the Great Clips 5 car at Phoenix in a nationwide race, just like out of the blue, and that was his only nationwide race of the year.
Dom, are you talking about this?
So wrong.
Is it this one you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the original one. That's the original.
Yeah, that one.
Car
I was just gonna pull up a picture of it actually, but
Yeah.
no, we don't need the picture anymore. It's with the silver and not the one that we have up here.
That paint scheme also saw the Truck Series. Jimmy Johnson ran a truck race at Bristol.
Yes.
In that paint scheme for Randy Moss.
Randy Moss Motorsport.
I will say, I think I agree with you guys. Looking at that paint scheme with the silver on it, looking into this one, I think we have the wrong cold ball paint scheme.
But here's the thing, though. The problem is, when I look at that car, that original one, I remember how much I hated it because it always won.
It became a cursed image for you.
Yeah, honestly.
So, what are we saying, guys? We're saying this is like a solid B.
Yeah, I would give it a B.
Solid
Okay.
B.
Can't go wrong with a Matt Black Lowe's car.
No, it's just beautiful, you guys. I'll put it like here-ish. I'll put it there for now. All right. 2 more cars left. 2 more cars. Oh wait, whoa, hold on. I think there's one more car left. I think I had.
You didn't rank the zombie Skittles car. That's what you did. Give that a C or a D.
I'm giving it a D. I'm giving it a D. It's just kind of weird. Look, I mean, like, it's really cool looking. And don't get me wrong, and I actually liked it when it came out, when he drove it. But it just doesn't compare. So. It did win a victory.
It's cooler than the Budweiser car. You can put it ahead of the There you get. There you go.
We'll put it there. Dom just shakes his head, super upset.
But the thing is, like, again, like I just grew up with the Bud car. I love it. But again, I will also say that's not the best looking Bud car. His 04 500 car is the best looking Bud car.
I would agree with you. It's very pretty.
So
I always liked MLB All-Star Game cars. I always thought those were cool.
Those ones.
I love those
really
ones.
Good looking. Yeah,
I think
he won twice in the All-Star Game car.
He did.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, the big one at Daytona, and then Chicagoland 05.
That one I didn't remember. I remember everyone remembers the
Chicagoland 05. He won and then ran out of gas going to do his burnout.
Interesting. I don't. How do I not remember that? Yeah.
Why do I know it?
Dom knows everything. You know everything. All right, last paint scheme. You ready?
I try.
This one, late submission. Hear me out. I don't know why.
Busch car? It is a Busch car.
That's Busch Series.
I was gonna say, man, that shouts the Busch Series.
This is a Robbie Gordon number 55 Fruit of the Loom paint scheme.
You know what this paint scheme makes me think of?
Oh no, what?
2005 Chase for the Cup.
Yeah. My God, yes.
When every time you play that game, you would always go Busch Series, and you would do either Harvick's Reese's car or Junior's Oreo car.
Yes,
those were the best. It was the best. That car
I don't like
Busch
this
Series.
one at all. At all.
The numbers were just so. The numbers screamed Robbie. Robbie Gordon was such the anti-establishment driver anyway.
Oh,
so
yes.
It fit his moniker perfectly, but God, it looked weird.
It's just none of it goes together.
I'm willing to go as high as a C because it checks off every box of the Busch Series.
Well,
like it meets every criteria of what a Busch car should look like.
Yes.
So I would give it that it's see, like when I think of that era of the Busch Series, it's like you just need to have a car that's just so out there that it
so
just
outlandish.
has to grab your attention. So yeah, and it's like I feel like that kind of makes sense too, because it would just attract the people to stay at the racetrack when the Cup cars are getting off the racetrack. You see something like that going around, you're like, what is this about to be a demolition derby?
Dude,
so, which basically is the Busch Series.
Look! When the Jeffrey Giraffe car was on the track, that
Oh
blew
my God.
mind just because. Oh my God, Jeffrey's gonna wreck someone. Let's do it.
Yes,
That was
absolutely.
primo Busch Series right there. I'd give this a C.
I would
What?
go C.
You
Yeah,
too?
I'm gonna
Okay.
go C. I'm gonna go C.
One of you
I
guys
gotta
need
go
to help me track down this Jeffrey the Giraffe paint scheme car because I remember it and I can't find it. I'm looking on the internet right now. I can't find it. I need help because
That
I
should
need
be
to relearn.
that should be something you should put on the Twitter. Just
think
send
It
in a
should
bunch of
be.
pictures of cars that just epitomize what the Busch Series should look like.
Honestly, I'd be willing to do a ranking video of some of the just most out there Busch Series paint
Yes,
schemes.
I'm all for that.
Was
You
the
know what, Dom?
50 Was it the
If you want to
54
head that,
car?
go ahead. Was it the 54? The Jeffrey the Giraffe?
It was a 50-something car, and
Of course, it was in the
Wait.
50s.
50?
Again, checking off
Yeah.
the box of the Busch Series. You have to have the most just random number, like
Weird
the 50,
car.
the 57, the 63.
Oh my God.
The number
No,
0 Boudreaux's butt paste car. Yes, that was a thing.
Okay, hear me out with that card though, because that was in the worst paint schemes video that I did. It wasn't as bad as the other ones that we had in there. The sponsor was weird. I understand that, but the paint scheme itself was very cohesive for what it was. I was kind of impressed.
Oh man,
Silence,
that's
no
awesome.
comment. Well,
That is awesome.
okay, you guys.
I just love that car so much, just because it's just so nostalgic of what the Busch Series stood for.
For real. Oh my God. All right, well, you guys say C with this car. I don't agree with you at all. I'm gonna get. I just
And that's
don't.
why it needs to be put to a D.
I would agree. I will, for you too, for your nostalgia's sake, I will give it a higher D for now.
Yeah, Busch
Come on.
Series.
gonna
Busch
move.
nostalgia.
There we go.
Bring back the Busch Series.
Someone
Oh,
cue
God.
the Nickelback, please.
Okay. No.
Look at this
Besides-
photograph.
Look at this graph. You guys know that meme? The graph meme, whatever.
That literally, no, honestly, listen, why does that song fit that car perfectly? Look at this photograph every time. It even makes me laugh.
This car is the epitome. Honestly, if you guys
Busch
want to
Series.
see us do Busch Series paint schemes, I want to do it. Dom needs to head that whole thing. Dom, I'm putting you in charge of it. Do the research, get the cars together.
I'll just start sending you a bunch of them right now.
Do it. Honestly,
Busch
do it.
Series.
We'll probably have to do that.
Busch-
Because next week we'll probably do a game again. And then the week after we'll go back to doing probably some tier list rankings. So this is just so fun. Gabe likes Sickleback. Gabe, I'm so sorry. I respect you still. No, they're not that bad. It's just, the whole vibe.
Sending us pictures of cars that shout Busch Series.
This
Do
was
it.
no doubt that this was no diss of Nickelback. They were primo in 2005, and
I mean, they
I'll
were
be honest,
iconic.
they're still on my iPod.
I think I have
Yeah.
one Nickelback song on my playlist.
Now,
I don't know which one it is.
Did you hear what I said though? On my iPod.
Your iPod. Wait, did you
I
have
was
like an
gonna
iPod or an
say-
iPod Shuffle? Which one did you like?
I
The
have
actual
a Nano. I have like the
Nano.
stick one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I had
was
a
my
Shuffle.
You couldn't see the screen. There's no screen.
I know, but
Oh.
it's a mystery every time. You just have to memorize the order of the songs. That's what makes it fun.
I'm crazy with that. I'm one of those. I got to categorize.
I think my iPod's at the Smithsonian now.
Doing
Oh my
gigs of-
gosh. All right. Well, you guys, here's our list right now. We'll go through it and then obviously we're going to change it, but here's what I got. Let's hammer this out, you guys. So, A tier. You know what? Let's start from the ground up. Let's actually start from the ground up. F tier right now. We'll see if we're okay with this. We got the 43 Cheerios scheme. We got the 14 All-Star Race, Tony Stewart, Burger King, We have the number 11, the Denny Hamlin, the little Spark Fire one, the FedEx Express. The number 9, Mopar, Casey Kane paint scheme, and then we have the 42 Havoline paint scheme as well in the F category. Do we feel okay with that, or is there anything we'd like to contest or argue?
Adam, you have the floor.
I believe I know which one you're going to argue.
I must argue my case for the number 9 Mopar Dodge. What is wrong with you people? What on earth have you done to disrespect Casey Kane? Goodness gracious. You don't know the history of that car. He won. Look. That car, whenever it was on track, was absolutely badass fast. Pardon my language. But he legit was on rails every time he ran that specific scheme. There was something about the paint. The paint made him faster. It also made him more attractive to the ladies, but that's another story.
Another story.
Okay. That's kind of my argument. And I have like both the diecast too. So like, please, it's
this
deserving
is personal
of,
for you.
The poor man has the models.
Yeah.
You know,
now look, I want it to be A, but that's not going to happen. I want it to be B, but that's probably not going to happen. So I'll settle with the C.
Here's the thing. So one, well, hold on. Gabe in the chat is saying that he was there when Kane won the All-Star race and the 600 in Charlotte. He was growing up with the paint scheme. Yeah. Growing up in the paint with the Moose Dodge car was different, is what Gabe said. What are we? Oh.
So I'm looking at it now up close. And
it's very deep.
Sorry, Adam, but I mean, I don't know why this is at an F. I really don't know why this is at an F.
Please
sure.
explain.
Sure.
What was your?
So
what made you ponder this to be an F category?
Well, so I would like Taylor to tell me that because I don't know why it's at an F. I didn't put it there. I think this should be higher.
Taylor,
well, how high do you think it should be, Dom?
But again, here's the thing, because when I think Casey Kane, I think the red Dodge dealers, I think the Budweiser car. You know what this car shouts? This car shouts Busch Series. Put it at a C. Put it at a C for the Busch Series.
You guys, no. No.
Yes, I will accept a C. Please.
C for the Busch Series. Trending on Twitter. C for the Busch Series.
Fine.
Ooh,
just
did
for
he
the
run
record.
a Mopar? Ooh. Now there's a fun fact we need to find.
What? Which one?
Did Kane run a Mopar scheme in the Busch Series? Because he did run the.
I'm doing it right now.
Ran a lot of nationwide Busch Series races in the for Evernham late.
He did the Hellman's car and whatnot.
Oh,
yeah, the Ragu and Lipton and
right.
Vitamin Water. That's how I found out about Vitamin Water was Casey Kane's 9 car.
No way.
I found out about Vitamin Water from Carl Edwards.
Oh.
Whoa.
You were late to the party.
I'm always
Vitamin
late.
Water
I
used to be the
invited
thing.
At the last minute because I forget.
Vitamin Water Dragon, I think, was the one that they promoted on his car. It was a nice scheme.
It's looking like this car was not worthy of the Busch Series.
Oh, man.
It looks like it.
It dreamed a dream to make it to the Cup, and it made Ka-chow.
You know what, you guys? I still hate this paint scheme. I still don't like it at all. But because I love you both, we will move it to a C, a very low C.
In honor of the Busch Series.
In honor of the Busch Series.
Busch. Do it for the Busch.
Oh, you guys.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it was a Busch car.
Okay. Thank you for the research.
So, ladies and gents, in case you're catching up, the number 9 Mopar car, we moved it up to a C in honor of the Busch Series. We'll go to the D category because we have another car in honor of the Busch Series in there. Which I'm sure. Please, we cannot move it up at all. We can't do that. But we'll go over it anyway. So we have the 55, the Fruit of the Loom car, which was actually this one was in the Busch Series, correct, gents?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. And then we have the 18, the Zombie Skittles paint scheme. We have the number 8. Let's see. Oh, Dom. Hi, Dom. What's up? Sorry you left me. You can
I
I heard the
accidentally
noise.
closed out of Safari, so that's why that happened.
It was like something felt off. It was too quiet. We were just going over the D category.
It was too quiet.
It was too quiet.
There was too much peace in the chat.
I was like, what is happening? Then I heard the noise because every time, for you guys that have never used StreamYard before, every time somebody gets into like the waiting room in StreamYard, a noise happens, and I'm like, who else joined the chat? It was dumb. We're all good. No, we're fine. But we got the 55 Fruit of the Loom. We got that 18 Zombie Skittles car. We got the number 8, the Elvis 30th anniversary car. I know, but we're gonna debate this. We have the 8 Bud car, 14 Tony Stewart.
Check your Twitter.
My Twitter. Oh no! What? What did you do? What did you do?
I tweeted C for the Busch Series with no context whatsoever.
Oh my goodness.
Oh god. You guys.
It's a winner.
This is too much.
That's a walk-off game winner.
Mic drop. Leaving the chat. Oh god. No. Ugh, no. No.
The 600 is going to be a good time.
It's good. Yeah, so here's the fun fact. So I'll be at the 600. Dom's going to the 600. Adam. Or I don't know if Adam's going to be at the 600. I don't know, but we'll figure that out. So Gabe, so here's a chat from Gabe. Gabe is saying that the red Dodge scheme was better.
I agree.
I agree. I do agree with that as well. It's a matter now of where do we change these rankings? Because I know you all are going to hate me if I leave these Dale Jr. cars in the D category. I know you will.
Gabe,
I think
my man Gabe replied to the tweet.
What did he say? Oh yeah. Gabe did? Oh my god.
C for the Busch Series. Put it on a t-shirt.
We need an official graphic designer for our channel just to make merch of the weird crap that we say. Everything we say. The what else? What else am I thinking of? Like our blooper reels that we have that are always ongoing. C for the Busch Series. Dom has some for the F1, his F1 channel that he really wants that I need to put on Redbubble. We have a Redbubble page, by the way. I need to link it onto our Twitter page, but it has some of our merch stuff up there. So if you're going to the 600 any race, obviously rep the merch. Always rep the merch. When we need that. So here's the thing. Are we going to move? Do we need to move anything in the D category to anywhere else? Or are we okay with it? Clearly we're not.
I mean, we've got to put the Busch Series to a C.
We have to
respect
that.
Let's put the Busch Series at a C.
You guys, no.
Taylor, C for the Busch Series.
Fine.
And then, I mean, I would put the OG Bud car at a C as well if we're gonna move it any higher.
Adam, do you agree?
That'd be great.
That Starcom fiber car is pretty ugly.
Yeah,
I would put that one lower.
Now that I'm seeing, because that's the first one I ranked, and I put it at C just as a middle marker of what I'm basing things off of. I would agree with you. I think that one needs to be lower, so we'll move that Starcom 00 car lower. The number 8, I need to move it up. I'm sorry. Like for what I originally said with this car, we're gonna move it up to C. This Tony Stewart car for me, I don't think it deserves a D. I don't. Dom said it did, so I blame Dom for this.
No, did I put it on a D? I just said no. I didn't say it's worthy of a D. I just said there's better Office Depot cars out there.
Yes.
Okay, that is valid.
I think the 08 Edwards car looks better. I think the 11 Stewart car looks better. I would argue the 12 Stewart car looks better. But I think that would probably be maybe fourth. It's still top 5 for Office Depot. I would put it at fourth.
I need
That's
to move it.
definitely not my favorite Office Depot car as well. I loved Edwards with his, but for Tony, I think the 2011 one, I liked how it swooped on the side. It was weird, but it was unique.
I agree.
So I like.
And I also think Mobile One looked better on the side than Old Spice.
Yes. Yes. I'd give this one a D.
I will say that it was a really, really big deal when this car came out, though. Really, really big deal when they unveiled this car.
So, you guys got to have C for the Busch Series. Can I have this one? Can I have a win?
You know what, Dom?
So, Adam, do you think this is crazy enough for Busch Series?
No, this. Let me tell you, this ranks up there with the ARCA series, so it needs to be drop a D in the DM.
No!
Listen, don't be insulting Tony Stewart now, calling it an ARCA car.
Well,
I haven't.
The schemes of the Office Depot schemes, this is very, very much an ARCA-esque.
Okay, fine.
So
I'm going to move it to a very high D.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that, I guess.
That's not what I
because
wanted,
now
but I guess
I've
it's
just
fine.
fully committed to putting the wildest cars in C for the Busch Series.
What can I hold on?
I've just completely ruined the validity of this.
We're gonna add a row to this.
No, C for Busch.
C for the Busch.
So then this one, ladies and gents, is going to just be normal C.
Normal C.
Normal C.
C for okay. So yeah, let's put the Earnhardt Bud car at a normal C.
Okay.
Let's put that one at a normal C. Let's put now that Blaney car's got to be a Busch car.
No. No.
That is a primary for the Busch Series right there.
Oh, which one? Which one?
For the
Blaney
Busch.
in the Busch. Blaney in the Busch Series. Put Terry in the Busch Series.
We can't do that, you guys. Wait, which one are we talking? We talking about the body armor? Or are we talking about the Kobe Bryant one?
Put the Kobe car in the Busch Series and put Terry's Kellogg's car in the Busch Series.
Okay, so question though. Is that disrespectful to put
No, that car screams Busch. Crazy colors.
That's valid.
Yeah.
And we're
Terry
putting the
Labonte
Labonte car in the
Series.
Busch. I agree with that. I will say I finally am on board with you guys with that one at least. At least. Oh my god. Okay.
I could make this so much worse. I'm just going to stop.
Oh my god.
I'm just going to stop.
So for our normal C category, though, we only have 3 cars in it. Let's see what we can do with this if we need to move anything. We have the classic Bud Dale Earnhardt paint scheme, Dale Earnhardt Jr., excuse me. Then we have the 7 Corey LaJoie, and then we have the 32 oh my god, Burton car. My god.
I found it.
You found what?
Oh no.
Oh, I found it.
Someone has opened the Busch vault. I repeat, someone has opened the Busch vault.
I'm so scared.
Glory of the C category. Oh, all right.
Oh man. What now? What now?
Which one?
The Crunch car was a Busch car. Put the Crunch car in the Busch Series.
Gabe?
Hey, Taylor, maybe it was a bad idea.
Shout out, Gabe.
This was a horrible idea, you guys.
Oh.
Horrible idea. All right, fine. Okay, so we have our Busch Series category now. C for the Busch. C for Busch Series. All these beautiful cars here. The number 9 Casey Kane car. The 55 Fruit of the Loom. We got the 12 Kobe Bryant tribute scheme. I can finally say that right. The 5, my love, Terry Labonte car. Busch Series-esque. And then we have the 32
What
Jarrett
is this?
Crunch car.
Oh, there it is. You found it.
What?
You
Oh
found
my
it.
gosh.
Oh my god,
What
he
now?
found it.
What? Oh, wait. You found it. Okay, so you
So
guys,
bad. It's so bad.
this is the
So bad.
Jeffrey giraffe. This one. That's horrible. That
It's
is
like when you
cursed.
fail to qualify for every race on the calendar.
This is horrible. Let me see. Okay, here we are. Bigger picture right here. That's
Oh
terrifying.
my goodness
I can't-
gracious.
Terrifying.
Nightmare fuel.
That is nightmare.
You guys, it's
fuel.
horrible.
But now
No.
I have to
Only in the
find
Busch
diecast in
series.
my collection. I have
You
got to now.
Oh God, I hate it, you guys.
Oh,
Okay,
it's,
Ugh.
I'm gonna have to go have a cigarette now. That was incredible.
Make sure it's a
Oh.
Winston.
Oh,
Oh. So let's just look past the C category. Let's go to the B category at this point. Let's see what needs to move down, move up. We got that. Oh my, now I need, here's where I need my glasses, you guys. But we got the number 2, we got the 6, 11, 12, 28, 48, 31, Prilosec, Lowe's, Havoline, Body Armor, not a sponsor. Then we got the throwback to DW scheme for the 11 TikTok, and then we have the number 2 car, which is this one. Let's pull it up
If we're
here.
looking to fill up the C category,
I feel like we need to. That's not the one I want. This is the one I want. The Miller.
with that, let me start with that one. I was considering dropping it down because I prefer the Miller Lite rusty cars over it, like especially when he first switched over and it was the white hood to the blue back. But
Yeah.
it's just this car is just too iconic. It's
It
again,
is.
it just looks MGD looks so good on this car. The yellow too. It's a retro. The throwback cars, I would argue, may look better than this one just because the cars themselves are better fit for it. But I'm going to keep this one at B. I think the Hamlin DW car can go down one.
I think the Hamlin DW car can go all the way down to C.
What do you mean by that, Adam?
No!
What C are we talking about?
No!
No, not that C category. The other one.
I would agree with
think-
I would
I
agree with
think-
Adam on this one.
I think
Yeah.
they put the Hamlin car to C.
Yeah, I would agree with you. It's not as iconic. The colors don't pop as much. Dom and I talked about the colors really popping nicely on the 17 car. The Miller car, the number 2, do we move that down to a C or just move it farther down in this category?
Which one?
The 2 Miller car.
No, keep it a B. I think
Keep it
it's
a B.
it's just too iconic to drop. It's like
That's
the
my
reason
opinion
why I
on it.
moved the junior car up. It's like, yes, it's very simple. It's not as exciting as other cars, but it's just too iconic to leave that low. But
I think I would move the
go ahead,
30
Adam.
down.
You move the 31 down?
Just
So yeah,
yeah, I'd move specifically that 31. If it was 2008, Prilosec, stay, but it's not, so it needs to drop one. That's what I think.
I would agree,
so
actually.
when
That was
I
gonna be
look
my
at that
point.
car, when I look at that car, I think what was Jeff Burton's primary that year, and it was AT&T. So when I think Jeff Burton, I think the bright orange car with the black sides and the big AT&T, the singular car when they went back and forth that year. And then, when I think about how NASCAR was back then, I mean, you had your one primary, and then if you wanted to run something different, you had to go to the Busch series.
Exactly.
The testing grounds.
So I think
Oh,
the old electric Prilosec car
no. No.
be hovering on the edge of
Do
the
it,
Busch
Dom.
series.
Do it.
I would like to propose that we put Prilosec in the Busch series.
Adam, I'm assuming you agree.
He's raising it. Put it in the Busch series.
Put it in.
So much pain. So
Let me
much.
tell
I'm
you,
moving this
though,
category around.
It agrees so much. It complements what the Busch series was.
Yes. That's
So to
exactly
be-
why. It's
Who
like
would think of purple electricity for Prilosec? Not me. I mean, come on. Heartburn's
is-
not purple.
Yeah. And why are you
Oh.
promoting what the pain feels like?
Because sponsors, my friend, are
Because
teams.
Busch Series. Because the Busch Series.
Because the Busch Series. So that leaves us with our last category, you guys, with the A category. Now, Gabe has a proposal for us. He wants us to move the TikTok car up to the A tier. I don't know if I can do that. It's not. It's a beautiful scheme, but it's not iconic enough. I can't do it.
No.
Okay, so we'll leave it there where it is. But for the A tier, here is what we have. They can only go down.
That's not even Busch Series worthy.
No, that's ARCA worthy.
I'm making it worse. I'm sorry.
It's pretty. We have the patriotic Dale Earnhardt Senior paint scheme. The Ford. This was honestly probably one of my favorites in this list.
Can I ask you a question about the Earnhardt car? Was that the Olympic car? From 96?
No, it wasn't actually. I debated putting that one in here, but instead, let me find it real quick. Here it is. It's the All-Star.
That is the Olympic 96.
That is.
It is. Oh wait, crap! It is. Sorry, no, my bad.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a good one. Yeah,
America.
It is the Olympic one.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Move
that was the thing. That was the thing that was so weird about Earnhardt was that the All-Star race he always had the weirdest car.
It's true.
It was just exactly what you wouldn't expect Earnhardt, like the all orange Wheaties car for '97.
Or
It was just like that's
the
Dale?
rainbow car.
That one's crazy. That was
It's
crazy.
gross.
I don't know. Yeah. If it was
There's a
anybody
beauty
but
to it.
him, if it was anybody but Earnhardt, it would be a good car. But it's just like that is not a Dale Earnhart car.
It's not him. It's
the
not him.
Yeah. But no, this is cool. I do like it, especially with the silver numbers. Looks really good.
It's beautiful.
And then just making the flag the paint scheme. Yeah, spot on. A.
America.
So it definitely deserves an A. And then we have the number 4, Kevin Harvick, the National Forest and Bush paint scheme. It looks beautiful. I personally love it. Then we have the 10 Tide car, classic Ricky Rudd. 17, one of the most beautiful cars in my opinion, with just the colors work. The 17 DW car, the Western Auto, and then for Dom, the NOS number 18 Xfinity car, Kyle Busch drove and won in many times. Then the 24 DuPont Flame and car from 2010.
Yeah, that one's
and
great.
Then we have the 43 SDP, one of the classic paint schemes, run in the mid to late 70s, I think. Do we like that tier? Is there anything we want to move around in that tier specifically?
Yeah, we got to move the Kyle Busch car.
No.
Wait, up? It's too good. It's too good for A. It has to go to Busch Series.
It's way too good for B and too cool for above C.
So it's got to be Busch Series.
Hey,
You're putting your own favorite car in the Busch Series.
Of course, I'm putting my favorite car in the Busch Series.
You know what? For you, I will do it.
Busch Series. Yes. And I'm okay with it.
Fine.
I want it to go there.
Okay, good.
Because it's too good for that. It's too good for A. Only the greatest cars go to the Busch Series.
You can't put the standard that high.
The standard's way too high.
The standard is way too high, just like the rent.
Oh my gosh! But are we fine with the rest of the paint scheme here? The rest of them? Do we think the order's good? Will we change them?
I mean, there's a couple more I could probably put in the Busch Series.
No, we're gonna stop there.
There would only be one
there.
I think one more, but I'm not gonna even mention it.
I think I know exactly which one you're talking about.
What is it?
I'm not gonna mention it. No.
So
no,
I'll put my opinion in. It doesn't have to go there, but if I say what you're thinking, it has to go in the Busch Series.
Deal.
The Mcmurray car. The Mcmurray car.
Was it that one? No.
It's the Mcmurray car, isn't it?
You are right, my friend.
I was thinking that the whole time.
It screams the Busch Series.
Yeah, and the reason why it does is because it goes against everything that a Texaco Havoline car should be. Therefore, that could only work in the Busch Series.
But it's so bad. It deserves an F.
That's why it goes to the Busch Series.
Oh. But there's some bangers in the Busch Series. What are you talking about?
I'm okay with it staying at an F, though. It's okay. I take back what I said, Dom. That car is just butt ugly. It deserves not even an F. It deserves an F-.
It's bad.
Yeah,
I'd say it's not.
That's a back
worthy.
marker in the Busch series.
That's a park. Collect your check. Get on
Hold
out.
on.
Yeah, that's a
Hold
start
on.
and park.
Hold on.
Start and park Busch series.
S&P for the Busch
All right.
League.
Here we are. We got. Oh, now I need to switch these. Okay, so this is like the normal F. Everyone's gonna look at this list and be like, "What did you do?" Is quite honestly the response we're gonna
Busch
get.
series F.
All
F
right,
in the
and then F in the chat. Here we go. That deserves its own special category. Quite honestly.
Yeah, that's good. I like that actually.
All right, so we're good. We're okay with this tier list. We think we're good.
Yes,
It's beautiful.
it's beautiful. Me and Adam made it beautiful.
So thanks to Adam and Dom for making this final list. But here is what we have. If you disagree, let us know in the comments. If you do agree, let us know. If you think C for Busch is fine. Also, let us know in the comments. Only here on Above the Yellow Line do we have content like this. So if you liked what you saw, make sure to give us a follow on YouTube, Instagram, our Twitter pages. Dom is running the track limits page that talks about all the F1 stuff, a lot going on in F1, and sure we'll get to that very, very soon. But make sure you follow _track limits_ on Twitter. And then Adam is starting to run our IndyCar coverage very, very soon. And his account is ATYLNTI. Is that correct? On Twitter?
That is correct. Yes, that is the right one.
So make sure to give that a follow as well. He's been doing some Twitter coverage during the race days. Oh, God, guys, I think that's it. If I can say that's it, I think that was it. Again, let us know your paint schemes. This is ours, a collective list from us here at Above the Yellow Line. Adam, what you got there?
Oh, they had to do my boy bad, the Natty Guard car with the F in the chat.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. It makes its return, rears its ugly head.
Oh man, yeah. Just what were they thinking?
What?
Looking at a really gross car. Oh,
yeah,
well,
that's a good car to bring to any racetrack in the Busch series and fail to qualify.
And to end the stream.
It's destined for a Richard Petty driving experience near you.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you all so much for joining the stream. If you like what you saw, like I said, give us a follow. Thanks everyone for joining. Finally, to say this is our tier list. We'll put that up for the very last time. And everyone, thank you so much for joining and supporting us here at Above the Yellow Line. And until next time, we'll see ya. Bye.